It's hot, and when I was doing the Leo reading, there was like all of this energy that kept flowing in. I'm down in the basement. I could be upstairs watching TV shows in the room with the mini air conditioner, right? But there's something here about being alone, okay, and processing through this. And the sadness that I felt in that Leo reading, it's almost like this collective Leo season energy where, right, we are at a point, we're at the bridge, and there's this feeling that, you know, choices are being made one way or the other. And there's a lot of, like, those that are very much, Spirit is calling it like enchanted with energy. Okay, if you can understand what I'm saying there. So those that are enchanted with energy, there is almost like a giving over of your happiness for someone else's. And it's funny because I was talking to my daughter, like this gal that I've been, like, you know, online friends with, but, you know, we're not like in person, in real life friends. We've been online friends for quite a while, quite a number of years. And I posted a video on my Paleo Veggio Instagram, and it was from years ago, sitting in the coffee shop line singing, like, with my daughter, right? And so we were in the coffee shop line. So she's out of her car seat. I mean, this is a child who was in her booster seat until junior high, right? And this woman was like, oh, your daughter's out of her car seat, right? And I'm like, who are you, right? You don't even know me, and you're like judging. And I just feel that there's an energy of that going on. And there's a lot of light workers, and there's a lot of healers, and a lot of, you know, those working in shamanic medicine and earth medicine who are kind of coming to this point where it's just like, you know what? I'm out. Okay? I'm out. I'm tired of the judgment. Like, I'm tired of people putting the judginess on us. And I feel like I was feeling that in the Leo reading. Like, it was almost like an underlying current, because it was a great reading, but there was this strange underlying current, okay, that I was feeling. And it's funny because there's my sister trying to call me. And there's, let me hang that. And there's Oliver barking at his father. Right? Underlying current. What did I just say? Olive, he's okay. Come here. Olive, he's okay. It's okay. Oh, he was a good boy. It's okay. See? Olive loved me. But there's an underlying current, okay? So, I'm going to pull some cards. One just fell. Let's see what just fell. What did I just say? What did I start this off with? Okay, we're at the bridge. Okay, we are at the bridge. So, we're going to put that right there. So, we're going to see. Okay, Spirit is just throwing them. Okay. Right? What are we going to choose? Like, it's summer. It's the heat of the summer, right? It's hot. It's the heat of the summer. I'm roasting, okay? What are we going to choose? The sun equates to love, right? The sun equates to love. The sun equates to love, right? Some of us are choosing not to pull in, all right, not to pull in that love. not to go down that path. And of course, I just want to pull the cards, and Spirit's like tossing them. It's like Spirit's like, no, you gotta, if you're not gonna choose the path, okay, if you're not gonna choose love, all right, if you're not going to choose this path because it is complex and it's hard and blah 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 blah, right? Spirit's like, I'm gonna make you work for it, okay? The fog will clear and you'll see exactly what it is that I feel like on the other side of the new moon and the 8/8 portal, you'll see what was coming up from the surface from this about love. And I think it's fear. Okay. Yeah, fear of taking a very different journey. Okay, a very different journey than what you have been used to. All right. We are land animals, right? Let's be honest here. We are land animals. And so there's this energy of, you know, getting out on the water, like very ancestral, okay? Like taking the ancestral path and forging something very new. Like you get on that boat, you don't know really where you're going to. It's all going to be different. It's all going to be very new, right? And there is this forging that's kind of happening, that's kind of coming in, that feels a little bit off. And so what are we doing? We're digging in our heels. Okay, the bull. That's the divine masculine. Okay, the divine masculine's like, no, I'm digging in my heels. This hurts. But I always say this card is kind of like when you run with the bulls. If you just stand there with your heels dug in, right, that's when you're actually going to get hurt. But that's where we kind of, as a collective undertow of energetic souls, that's kind of where we are leading into this shift, right? Like, I don't want to, right? Bottom, we're not staying in present moment. Okay, present moment means that you're just visualizing what's happening now. But we feel like if you don't feel that pull on your body, like I've had back pain because there's this pull, okay, this pulling forward, and I'm breasty, okay, I get it, but more than usual, right? Because there's this heaviness of pulling forward on that spinal column, and it's really being hard right now to stay in that present moment energy. Yeah. Okay, heart chakra. You're leading with the heart chakra. And I saw this fake grass today. I took my her boyfriend out, and there was fake grass, and I was like, I need this in my life, like grass that is always green. Right? Who doesn't want that? Who doesn't want energetically the grass that is always greener? Right? Maybe it is. Maybe it isn't. But there's a lot of expectation and a lot of fear and just, you know, some of it's excitement, right? Tied up into it. Yeah, okay. I'm getting out of the sun. I'm going into the dark. I'm lighting up my own path and seeing what I'm going to attract. All right? Because what you want is within that heart space. But for some of you, you just haven't been able to go after it because that's the scary thing. right? To be a scary thing and still survive. That's the scary thing, right? And we've all been told, right? The monsters under the bed, like, they don't survive. No, they don't survive. Yeah, and here comes the heart chakra again. There's a hidden factor here. There's this hiding, okay? Hiding of the true chakra, that pink chakra, that soul connection, all right? That is terrifying. It's the underlying energy that, you know, we don't want to talk about. Bottom of the deck, blue chakra. We don't want to talk about it. Okay? So, let's see what else Spirit wants to say here. Because I know I don't want to talk about it. Because I don't talk about it. I don't talk about shite. Let me tell you that. You think you know me? If you're close to me, you could be somebody who I've lived with for 50 years, right? You don't know me. I don't let people know me, right? How many of us are like that? How many of us are energetically like that, right? But that's ending. Okay? Spirit says there's a shift. Okay? There is a shift, and you've got to change things for your inner child, for the next generation, for, you know, whatever is meant to come next. The world. There's an ending that has to happen here. And that's what we are moving towards. Okay? And it's interesting because I did a soul retrieval on myself today. And the soul retrieval was of myself just as a newborn. Okay? And so how many of us have traumas that were pre-verbal? Okay? Now, someone has been protecting themselves as much as they could with this energy. And this doesn't have to be a masculine, but it is your divine masculine energy. Okay? Because of this fire, right? Coming in, purifying the heart, purifying the thoughts of love, purifying the direction, like making this individual, which could be you, okay, no longer focused on like those things that you were told were important. Okay, you're having a hard time focusing on the stupid job. Okay, focusing on the bills. Okay, focusing on eating. Some of you aren't eating. Some of you are like, what? Food? What? Okay. That's that divine masculine, okay? The divine feminine, right, is taking that little divine masculine's hand. But there is union. Right here. 4 of Wands. There is union here where Spirit says take another look. Let me look here with my other phone. All right, let's see if I can open my other phone and get the flashlight, because I'm down here in the dark, right? No, it's 4 of Wands, but what they're showing me here, it's the cat they want me to look at, okay? The cat requires adventure. And you know, there's that like, nope, not going on this journey. Nope, I don't know what's going on, but you are going on this journey. And the cat's like circling. Okay, come on. Circling. Come on, we're going. Come on. We're getting there, right? But we're like, nope, not gonna do that. Mm-mm. Right? This reminds me of the old idea of the wagon train, right? Where you circling all the wagons is in protection. Okay, that's kind of a lesson, right? That we are carrying from our ancestors, from that pre-verbal stage of circling the wagons. And I feel like that was that underlying of that Leo reading, is this circling of the west, where it's that uber protective energy of yourself, okay, where you've peeled the onion and you've opened your heart, and then it was filleted and it was hibachied, and yeah, you're not going to do that again, right? But you are trying to cut yourself free from something, because you see there's a tiny little blossom, right? There's this tiny little blossoming that's happening. And you're like, no, I can't go through this again. Okay, I can't let it come to life again. There's that fear. Okay, there's that inner divine masculine energy that's within all of us, that's sitting there with that cat, right? The adventure. And in the head, like imagining, like I know, right? I know what's coming is that Four of Wands. I know what's coming is this beautiful, blissful happiness that I envisioned that isn't even possible, right? Like it isn't even possible. So there is this feeling, right, of just, I'll just stay here with the cat. And the cat's like circling, like to protect, but it's almost like the cat's going to trick you. Because cats are tricksters, right? They rule the world. That cat is going to trick you into getting on to the onto the ship. Okay. So what else, Spirit? Yeah. All right. Because there is union coming, whether it's within yourself or with this divine partner. Okay. It's coming, but there's a lot of friction, right? Hot and cold, divine masculine, forceful divine masculine, submissive divine feminine. Okay, those are the toxic qualities that are having to be squozen out, okay, in order to form this new foundation, this new tree. Okay, Spirit says, look in the middle of the deck here. Yeah, okay. Judgment, right? There's judgment. Somebody's afraid to go through that portal. Somebody's afraid to take that journey, right? I don't know what's out there. Bottom of the deck, there's the Hermit. I just don't know. And so, circling, okay? And feeling like they have to defend themselves, right? That's the idea of the wagon train, right? Circle in protection. Keep myself safe, keep myself alone, keep myself from feeling all of this. So let's see what comes out here from the universal love then. If we're so afraid of love, we're so afraid of taking this journey, what does Spirit want us to know? And it's interesting, I got this smell because I've got my door open with the fan, okay, because it's finally getting cooler outside and it's blowing in some of the cool air. And all of a sudden I had this like mildewy, moldy type smell that came to me from, and I don't smell it anymore, so it was definitely a spirit smell, right? Somebody may have smelled it, but it's kind of like that energy, right, of what's that stank, right? What's gotten old, and if you stay here, you're just, it's like you're wilting, all right? And we get here Now I'm going to have to open up my flashlight. The gateway, the portal, and look at it's like an 8, right? It's like an 8, an 8, an 8. Love will be understood on the other side of the portal. We don't want to go there, right? Like I'm seeing like almost like a closed eye, right? And I think that, I don't know if that came out in Leo or Virgo, but it was like there's this sense of falling asleep and then you wake up and things are different. Okay, I think that was Virgo. But I feel like, right? Like it's nighttime, people are getting ready to go to bed. Some of you may have just woken up, or you're just lying in bed, can't sleep. And eyes closed. Okay, trying to connect in the ether. Trying to get answers in the ether, right? Trying to find out, what does all of this mean? The unspoken universal heart. Okay. There's an unspoken energy, whether it's the feminine or the masculine. It's from the masculine within. There's an unspoken energy of the universal heart, right? Of true love, true passion. Okay, don't bark at the ding. If there was a ding, somebody needed to know that message. It spooked Oliver. Okay. Ah, I love this one. Embrace. There's the divine feminine and the divine masculine. Okay, what is it going to take for the embrace? Embracing, within yourself, your divine feminine and masculine. Embracing outside of yourself, okay, the divine feminine and the divine masculine, right? What is it going to take for that embrace, right? So let's see. We're moving on. Tiger medicine. I guess I'm going to have to go back and watch my tiger medicine video. But tiger medicine here is divine timing. Okay, maybe this portal is divine timing. All right, maybe it's time to come out of hiding, to get your dinner, okay, to remember why you're here. Like I said, there's a lot of forgetting going on, right? Maybe it's time to remember. Maybe the tiger is waking us up to remember the things that we have to do, protect ourselves. The tigers are going extinct, right? How do you keep yourself in this world, right? How do you stay in present moment? How do you stay here in this realm? How do you keep yourself from moving into that energy that I was feeling underlying in that reading, right? There's this energy of, I'm done. I just want to be left alone. Okay? And there's the cat again, right? The cat's like, hello. It's time to go on an adventure. It's time to speak your truth. Okay? Yep, and that's what the cat says, speak your truth. It's time to speak your truth. And I think for some it's terrifying, right? It is terrifying. And so there's a big pull back. Well, there's that energetic pull towards 8-8. Now, that's because some people think that this is just all trickery. Okay? I'm being tricked once again. Like, I know that I keep getting all of the signs and the symbols that things are shifting, that things are changing, but it's a trick. It's all going to be a trick again, and I'm not going to put my heart out there to be filleted again, right? I'm not going to move into that trickery. But Spirit says, okay, it's not trickery. Whether this is within yourself or with your divine partner, There is union on the other side of the new moon and May date. There is union. Right? You can't hide from it. There is a coming together that is being woven together that cannot be undone. All right? Okay. I felt like something was weird there, but it's not. Yeah, all right. But it's gonna be messy. I'm not gonna lie. It's gonna be a little bit messy to get there. And you have to be willing to deal with that and cleaning up after it. Right? Because some things are messy. Okay? Spirit says, all right, prepare. Just prepare for it. Take that time that you're being guided to, that silence that you're being guided to, that alone time that you're being guided to, even if that's only in the shower for 10 minutes during the day. Take that time. Okay, because you're being called to it. All right. So, what else, Spirit? What else on this journey? Hero's journey. Okay. Never a crowd on the leading edge. Honor those who honor you. That's funny. Because I kind of get that, right? I don't travel in crowds. I don't like their energies. And yet I love their energies. When I was working with my friend managing her restaurant, Friday and Saturday night, especially if you are energetic and empathic, it is like no drug you've ever thought of experiencing. The emotions of the crowd is amazing. When I was young, okay, I traveled with rock bands, I managed rock bands, I threw raves, and it was a rush of the energy, right? Like feeding off of the energy of a whole crowd is pretty dang impressive. Okay, don't be afraid, Oliver. I heard a car. Don't be afraid, Oliver. Okay, you are invited. Shut up, show up, and open up. Spirit is not taking no for an answer, right? You are invited. It's like, you know the meme, like somebody, your friend pulls up and they're like, get in, shut up, get in the car, we're going, right? Yeah, this is not an option. This is a truth. Say yes to your higher calling. Okay, because that's what is happening here. Say yes to your higher calling. Okay, because that's what Leo season is bringing. That's what the sun is bringing, is this higher calling. All right. Let's see what the shaman medicine wants us to look at. Shaman, there we go. The medicine wheel, okay? Let me look closer at that. The continuation, okay? The medicine wheel. All right, I've been doing the medicine wheel in the sacred space, and you've got the direction of the north, new beginnings, all right, are coming. You have to adapt. I feel like that's sort of where we are, right? The east is the new beginnings. The south is shedding with the serpent medicine. The west is the illumination. I feel like we are sitting there in the north adapting, okay, on the medicine wheel, because we've been unwinding the karmic energy, and I feel like this is about time, and time here in this reality goes forward. But there's the inner protected, right? The wagon train, that protection. There's that inner space. And it's a continuation of maybe past lives for some, but what you were meant to do that got blocked in the past. Okay? Yeah, look at that. Death. Okay, there's this ending as you go through the portal for this new beginning, and it feels like death. If you're feeling what I'm feeling, it's dark. Okay, there's some dark emotional energy flowing right now. That's why I needed my alone time, because there's this dark energy just pulling through the portal, right? The loneliness, the being unlovable, the fear, the hesitation. Okay, and then let's see what this one is. The cave. Remember, like judgment, I'm not going in that cave. Well, it's a black hole. It's gonna pull your ass in there whether you want to go or not. You are going in the cave, right? You don't get a choice. You get a choice in this. Ain't stopping it, right? You're going through this energy, and here in the middle of the deck, what is it? The west, right? On the other side of this new moon, all will be illuminated, right? The messages will come, your intuitive, like knowing will return, like everything will be shifted, but we've got it there. But it feels like awful going through it. Okay, so let's see what can help us. What do we need to shift in our mindset here, Spirit? What can help us? Marjoram. Okay, the trigger. People cannot be trusted. The true statement, I trust my heart. I trust my heart. I don't trust my heart. Not in this dark energy, right? That's how, if you feel it, you feel it. And Spirit's saying that's a trigger. That's an old wound. You can trust your heart. You are not going to be filleted again. Okay? Whatever passion, purpose, calling you are having, you can trust it. Okay, it says on here, your big, beautiful heart is ready to open. Trust that you will be able to discern who is best to walk with you. Okay, trust your heart. All right. Oh, let's pull ourselves in here for a minute. Okay. And let's see. Ooh, I'm feeling this warmth. Okay, right here on the right side of the solar plexus. Okay, the right side is that divine masculine side. So you might be feeling that energy, right? Let's see what Spirit wants us to know. Okay, so Spirit says, all right, miracles are the manifestation of the heart space. Okay? You feel like you've been on a merry-go-round, all right? Like you can't get off. Like it's just spinning and spinning. And now like my whole head, my crown chakra is all a buzz. But you feel like you've been on this merry-go-round where you cannot get off. And every now and again, right, you come around and you see the light. And then you keep going, and you see the light. And then you keep going and you see the light, right? But there's a part of you that's afraid to get off, right? You start to develop like your inner ear, your equilibrium starts to balance to that frequency, okay, to that vibration. And you know how when you jump off after going around and around and around, you're out of balance, right? When you're a kid and you're gonna, oh, I can't, like I'm all out of balance and everything. So you don't get off. And spirit, that's not how we do the continuation. You can't keep spinning because you're not gonna get to where you're meant to. They're saying, for someone this matters, they're saying Miranda. Okay, so that will mean something to someone. Maybe Google it, maybe it has a different meaning. If you find out it has like some spiritual meaning, please put it down below in the comments. But they say you've been pretending. Okay? Maybe you've been pretending to be happy. Maybe you've been pretending that you have it all together. Maybe you've been pretending that, right, you know your path, but you're afraid because you don't. And I'm feeling this rush of emotions, like just the tears wanting to pour, right? And that pool, okay, within the gut, because you're not following your gut. You're not following your purpose. And they say that you have a heavy burden, okay, that you've been carrying like a backpack full of rocks. And they're like, you can't take that backpack through the portal, but you're going through the portal. It's going to get knocked off. And when you get to the other side, you're going to want to like grab something and like throw all that weight back on because you're going to feel out of balance. And Spirit says, right, there's not going to be any bags. There's not going to be any backpacks. You're going to have to learn a new way. You're going to have to let your Kundalini do the work that needs to be done to balance you out on this journey, right? You're going to have to get on that boat and go to this new space, this new land, this new, I feel like, ooh, I don't know if you guys felt that, it's like dizziness, that fluctuation. You're going to have to be out of balance. But being out of balance is what's going to get you to be balanced in the end, right? Because again, there's the masculine and feminine, right, coming in together, whether it's within you or within your partnership. And there's no more spinning. But it still feels like you are. And it's been, for some of you, I feel like it's been a very long journey because they're showing me, like, my family lives in Utah, but I love Southern California. I love the coast. And so when we do our vacation, we often drive here, the Pacific Northwest, to Utah, down to Southern California, sometimes back through Utah and all the way back around, or sometimes we just come up the coast. And there's so many hours of driving because I keep every last minute that we can be like on the coast, at the coast, right? And so then there's like such a rush of driving to get back that when you finally lay your head on the pillow, right? When you finally get home and you lay your head on the pillow and everything still feels like it's spinning for a minute, right? You're home, but you feel out of balance. And that's what you're going to feel on the other side of that. And Spirit said you can't keep forgetting to take care of yourself. Okay? You have to take care of yourself because your purpose is divine. And that may mean having to talk to someone about the emotional ways, okay, that you're going through. But that is not a weakness, okay? That's just a tool at your disposal, right? It's like the video I had the other day where someone was like calling out saying, help me get through the night. That's what that is. Okay, it's just a tool to help you get through the night. All right. So I'm going to close it off by calling on Pachamama. Okay. Pachamama, Father Cosmos, Mother Gaia, the community of spirit totems, angelic guides, ancestors, walk with us. Hold the container for us. Be the wagon train of protection so that we can let down our guard, so that we can open up to our emotions, so that we can take this journey to our soul purpose, and so that we do not have fear to be open within our heart to love. For love is where we will find the answers, the happiness, the sunshine that you provide. Keep us grounded. Remind us to nourish. Help us to dream without fear. And be there with us in our heart. Aho. Love you guys. Bye.